if you have any common element in both the sets, so you have to write within the overlapping area. What is the complement of A? It is A dash. A complement is A dash complement is A. A intersection B, B intersection C and A intersection C. And the middle overlapping area is A intersection B, B intersection C. Complement of set A is a difference between universal set and the set A. So Venn diagram uses a circles for representing the sets and relationships. Hello everyone, I am Shweta, Computer Science Faculty, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Mysuru. So, welcome back to my next session on set theory. I have discussed about counting. So, in counting, you have studied principles of counting and rules of counting. So, you have studied product rule, sum rule, difference rule and division rule. So, in counting, we can arrange the possible outcomes. So today I am going to discuss about the following topic called Venn diagram. Very interesting concept called Venn diagram. So what is this Venn diagram? Venn diagram is a diagrammatic representation of all the possible relationships. Is a diagrammatic representation of all the possible relationship between the different sets of a finite number of elements. So Venn diagram is a pictorial representation, is a graphical representation of relations between the two sets or infinite sets. So a Venn diagram is also known as primary diagram and set diagram or logic diagram. Venn diagram is also known as primary diagram, logic diagram and set diagram. Is a graphical representation of all possible sets. So how will you represent the Venn diagram using the possible outcomes? How will you represent the sets using possible relationship between different sets? Let us understand about the representation of sets. Each individual set is represented by circle. Each individual set is represented by circle. Example, this is my set element A. It has to be represented in a circle and enclosed within a quadrilateral. That quadrilateral represents the finiteness of the Venn diagram. So each circle is enclosed by quadrilateral rectangle. So Venn diagram as well as the universal set. So here we can mention the universal set also. So this is called as Venn diagram. So Venn diagram is a diagrammatic representation of possible different elements. So here each individual set is represented by circle and enclosed within quadrilateral. This is quadrilateral. Here I have mentioned the set element A inside a circle. So example, if my set element is 1, 2, 3. So how will you write the Venn diagram for this? So this is my Venn diagram. I will represent the set element inside a circle 1, 2 and 3. So this is my Venn diagram for the given set element A is equal to 1, 2, 3. This is very simple concept and interesting concept. Venn diagram is a diagrammatic representation. A Venn diagram is a diagram that uses the circle to represent the sets and relationships. So this is called as Venn diagram. So you can mention the set elements 2 or 3 or more than 3. So here I have mentioned only one set element called 1, 2, 3 set elements A. So this is the diagrammatic representation of set element A. And labeling is done for each set with the set's name. Here we have to label the set's name. Example A, B, C, etc. To indicate difference and the respective constituting elements of each set are written within the circle. So here each set has to be written within the circle and we can represent the relationship between the set elements. This is called as Venn diagram. So Venn diagram is a diagram that uses the circles to represent the set elements. And this rectangular represents the universal sets. This rectangular represents the universal set, and the circular represents the subset of this universal set. This is an example for Venn diagram. This is one basic example for Venn diagram. So here we can represent the relationship between two or more set elements. A Venn diagram is a diagram that uses a circle and it represents the sets and relationships. So if your sets having no element in common are represented separately. If your set is not having any common element, then we can represent it separately. Example, set A and set B. A is equal to A, B, C and B is equal to M, N, O. Is there any common element in set A and B? What is A intersection B here? A intersection B is null set because there is no common element. So A intersection B is null set. If a set having no element in common, it represented separately. There is no common element in both set A and set B. So we can represent it by separately. So what are the set elements of A? It is A, B and C. And set element of B is M, N and O. So this is universal set. So this is the representation of set having no common element in both set A and set B. Sometimes if you get any common element in both A and B, how will you represent the Venn diagram? Example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3. B equals 2 and 3. So what is A intersection B? A intersection B is common element in both set A and B is 2, 3. 2 and 3 is common in both the sets. So how will you write the Venn diagram for this? So if your set is not having any common element, we can represent it by separately. Suppose if you have any common element in both set A and set B, you can overlap these set elements A and B. This is universal set A, and you can overlap the set B also. So common element is 2 and 3. So this is called as A intersection B, common element. You can write it here. So 2 and 3 have written in this overlapping area. This is called as A intersection B. So you can shade it this area. So this is called as intersection. So this is the representation of intersection. So what is the remaining value of A? Remaining value is 1 and the remaining value is no. There is no remaining value in B. So 1, 2, 3 is common in both the sets. This is A intersection B. So what is A union B here? A union B is equal to what? 1, 2, 3. So how will you write the Venn diagram for this set elements A union B? So for A union B, set element A and set element B. But here also you need to write the common value called A intersection B, and the remaining value is 1 and the remaining value is not there in B. But you have to shade the entire region. This is called as A union B. This is a Venn diagram for A union B. This is universal set. And the elements are written within the circle representing the set containing them, and the common elements are written in the parts of circles that are overlapped. So here I have set A and B. This is universal set. If you have any common element in both the sets, so you have to write within the overlapping area. Then you can shade the area. This is A intersection B and this is A union B. So like that we can represent the set elements and we can find the relationship between them. So this is one example for Venn diagram. If you don't have any common element in both the sets, so you can write it in a separate way. This is set A and set B. If you have common elements, you can write like this. And if you want to mention the union operation, so you can write the Venn diagram. So this is one representation of Venn diagram. So next is representation of set using set operations. Examples. How will you represent the set element A? So here I have two set elements, set A and set B. So if you want to mention only one set element, this is set A. Example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3. B is equal to null set. So you can use this diagram. So this is set A and set B. There is no element in set B. So you can shade this only set A area. And A complement. How to represent the Venn diagram for A complement or A dash. So what is the Venn diagram for A dash? Here I have two set elements A and B. So previously I have explained this is the region of A. So I have shaded this region. What is the complement of this A? Except this area, you can shade other region, that is called as A dash. Except this area, have shaded other part, that is called as A dash, the complement of A. These are the complement of A. This is A dash. This is very simple concept. Understand the concept. This is A region, have shaded the area, and this is the complement of A. Except this area, you can shade the other part called as A complement. What is the complement of A? It is A dash. A complement is A dash complement is A. So this is the opposite of A. And the next concept is disjoint set. So what is disjoint set? Already I have discussed in my previous session. If there is no common element in both the sets, that is called as disjoint set. So here I have two set elements, set A and set B. If you don't have any common elements, so you can write it separately. Already I explained this. This is called as disjoint sets. Give an example for disjoint set and write the Venn diagram for disjoint set. You can write this example. There is no common element in both the sets, called as disjoint sets. Next is subset. What is proper subset here? So already I have discussed in my previous session. Proper subset, if all the elements of A is a subset of B, then we can call it as proper subset. Example, 1, 2, 3, B equals 1, 2, 3. If all the elements of B is a subset of A. If all the elements of B is also an element of A, is called as proper subset. Here I have 1, 2, 3 in set element, and in B also I have 1, 2, 3. So this is universal set. So here you have to mention B is proper subset of A. So I have shaded this area only. B is a proper subset of A. So I will shade only this area called proper subset. B is a proper subset of A. B is a proper subset of A. This is a Venn diagram for proper subset of A. And what about the intersection? How to write the intersection using Venn diagram? So here I have two set elements, set A and set B. In A intersection B means we have to write the common element in both the sets. So this is the overlapping area of set A and B. So here I will write A intersection B set elements. So I will shade this entire region. This is the region I have to shade for A intersection B. Two set elements, set A and set B. This is universal set. So this area is called as A intersection B overlapping area. So now how will you write the Venn diagram for A union B? For A union B, I will shade the entire area. This is A union B. So this is the difference between A intersection B and A union B. In A intersection B, only have shaded the common point, common region in both A and B. But in A union B, I have shaded the entire region of A and B. Because in A union B, you will combine the elements called 1, 2, 3. But in A intersection B, you will write the common in both the sets. So because of that, we have to shade the only common region in A intersection B and the entire region in A union B. So these are the main concepts in Venn diagram. So in Venn diagram, easily you can score because very simple concept is a diagrammatic representation of two or more sets. It representing the relationship between the set elements. So these are the basic things I have discussed today. So next concept is operations on Venn diagram. I will explain it in detail. So example, let A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8 set element and B is equal to 6, 8, 10, 12. In set element, I have 4 number of elements. In set B also I have 4 elements. Represent A union B through a well-labeled Venn diagram. 2 marks question, very important concept. Here have to represent only A union B. So how to represent Venn diagram using A union B? So here I have 2 set elements. First I will write that set elements A and set element B, and this is universal set. And first I will write the common element in both the sets. Which are the common elements in both the sets? 6, 8 is common. So that 6, 8 I will write it in an overlapping area. This is A intersection B area. And the remaining element in the set element is 2 and 4. Understand the concept properly. First, I will write the common element in both the sets. Common element have written in an overlapping area. And the remaining element of set element A is 2 and 4. And next, the remaining element of set B is 10 and 12. So this is the representation of sets. So the next part is which area I have to shade for A union B. Already I have told you, for A union B, you have to shade the entire region. Shade this entire region. This is called as A union B representation using Venn diagram. So here the orange colored, you can observe this, the orange colored patch represents the common elements. Common elements have written in this area, overlapping region, have written the common elements. This is 6 and 8 is a common elements, and the quadrilateral represents A union B. Have written the remaining element of A, that is 2 and 4, and the remaining element of B is 10 and 2. So I will shade the entire region for representing A union B. So this is very simple concept in set theory, Venn diagram. So next question is the intersection of sets. So here I have 2 set elements. Set A is 2, 4, 6, 8 and set B is 6, 8, 10, 12. Then A intersection B is represented through Venn diagram. So how will you represent the Venn diagram using A intersection B? I have 2 set elements, set A and set B. This is universal set, and here have to represent A intersection B. This is intersection operation I am doing here. So here 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 8, 10, 12. Which is a common element? 6, 8 is my common element, right? And the remaining element of A is 2 and 4. The remaining element of B is 10 and 12. So what's your question? Question is A intersection B. Have to represent A intersection B using Venn diagram. So I will shade this only overlapping area because this represents the A intersection B is a common region. This is common region for both the set elements. This is A intersection B. So I have shaded only this area. This is A intersection B representation using Venn diagram. So this is called as intersection operation using Venn diagram. And the very important thing is intersection of 2 or more sets is the overlapping part. Intersection. In previous question have used only 2 sets called A and B. Set A and set B. So if you get any 2 or more sets, how to write the Venn diagram? So here I have only 2 set elements. This is set A and set B. How will you write the A intersection B? So this is A intersection B overlapping area. So you will shade this area, right? If you get any 2 or more sets, how to write the Venn diagram? So here I have 3 set elements, set A, set B and set C. Inside the overlapping area, so how to represent 3 set elements? This is set A, set B and Here set C. This overlapping region is A intersection B. This region is A intersection B. And this region is B intersection C. So this is B intersection C. This is A intersection B. B intersection C. And this is A intersection C. Clear? And this small region is called as A intersection B intersection C. Understand the concept? This is A intersection B, overlapping area. This is B intersection C, overlapping area, and this is A intersection C, and this region is called as A intersection B intersection C. A intersection B intersection C. So this is a representation of Venn diagram using 2 or more sets. You can use these concepts for your problems. Very important thing, have to use here A intersection B, B intersection C, and A intersection C. And the middle overlapping area is A intersection B, B intersection C. Very important concepts for your problem. So this is the representation of 2 or more sets using Venn diagram. And the next operation is difference of sets. Already I have discussed about this difference of set A difference B, B difference A. How to represent the difference of sets using Venn diagram. So here I have 2 set elements, set A and set B. So A difference B. How will you find A difference B? First understand the concept of difference of set. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. This is my set elements. So how to find A difference B? What is A difference B here? A difference B is, first check the common element in both the sets. 3, 4 is common in both the sets. So if you want to find A difference B, just check the remaining of set A. First check the common element in both the sets and then write the remaining element of set A is 1, 2, 5. This is A difference B. For this, how will you write the Venn diagram? So first write the common element. It is 3, 4. Then the remaining element of A is 1, 2 and 5. Right? So here you have to shade only the A region. Except this overlapping, you have to shade only the A region. This is called as A difference B. Clear? So here first you will find the common element in both the sets and you will write the remaining element of set A. So for that you have to shade the remaining element region in set A. This is A difference B. And what is B difference A? B difference A is equal to the common element in both the set is 3 and 4. The remaining element of set B is 6, 7 and 8. How to write the Venn diagram for this? Here I have 2 set elements, set A and set B. Right? So here the common element is 3 and 4. The remaining element of set A is 1 and 2, 5. And the remaining element of set B is 6, 7 and 8. So here which part you have to shade? So except this you can shade this B region. This region you have to shade. This is B difference A. Very simple concept. Please understand the concept. For A difference B, you will shade this only the A region except overlapping area. In B difference A, we'll shade only this B part except this overlapping area. So this is a representation of Venn diagram using difference of sets. The next concept is complement of sets. Already I have told you that complement means opposite. If A means complement is A dash. B is complement B dash. So here how to find the complement in set elements. So example, if you want to find the complement of A1. If you want to find the complement of A, you will write U difference A, right? U stands for universal set. Universal set difference A. So if you want to find B dash, you will write U difference B. So this is a formula for finding A dash and B dash. U difference A, U difference B for finding A dash and B dash. So here the complement of set A is a difference between universal set and the set A. So here I have universal set U is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And set A is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. First find out A dash. So what is A dash? A dash is equal to U difference A. So already I have discussed about difference of set. So how to find the difference? So first you have to find the common element in both the sets. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is common in both the sets. And the remaining element of set U, universal set is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is the remaining element in universal set that you have to write it outside. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is a universal set. This is your answer for A dash. For finding the A dash, you have to find U difference A. So here we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is A difference that you have to write it outside in place of universal set. And the set element of A is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So here I have written the set element of A 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So here I am going to find the complement of A. For that I will shade only this A region. I will shade only this A region. This is called as A complement. Except this universal region, I will only shade the A region. This is called complement of sets. Very simple concept. First you have to find the common element in both the sets and the remaining element of U and the remaining element of A. The remaining element of universal set I have written here and the remaining element of set A is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 have written. So, in finding A complement, B complement, C complement, you have to shade only the set element of A, B, C, etc. Except universal set, you can shade this region. This is called as complement of sets. Next, we'll see the problems. Given the set P is a set of even numbers between 15 and 20. First write the set elements. Even numbers between 15 and 25 is, between 15 and 25, even numbers is 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. First write the set elements. Between does not include 15 and 25, right? This is not a even number. 15 and 25 is not a even number. So I will write 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 is my even number. Between 15 and 25. Draw and label a Venn diagram to represent the set P and indicate all the elements of set P in the Venn diagram. So here I have only one set element. This is universal set. Only I have one set element called P. So here I will represent the set element, that is 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So here I will shade only this region. So this is a Venn diagram for set P. In set P, I have only 16, 18, 20, 22 and 24. So here I am not finding any complement, any difference of sets and universal set and intersection set. So I have mentioned only the set element of P using Venn diagram. So this is the Venn diagram for the given set P. And the next question, draw and label a Venn diagram to represent the set R is equal to Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So here I have only one set. This is universal set. So one set is R, set R. So here you have to draw and label a Venn diagram to represent the set R. So here in R, what are the set elements I have? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have only 3 set elements that I have mentioned inside the circle. So here also I am not finding intersection operation, union operation, difference of set and complement of set. Here I am representing the set R. That's it. You can use this concept for representation of set. For finding the Venn diagram, we have two formulas. That is, for finding N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. This formula we can use for problems. This formula we can use while doing the problems. And N of A union B union C. This is for 2 or more sets. If you get any 2 or more sets, you can use this formula. N of A union B union C. For finding N of A union B union C, you can use N of A plus N of B plus N of C minus N of A intersection B, N of B intersection C and N of C intersection A plus N of A intersection B intersection C. Already I have told you that if you get any 3 set elements, so you can use this method. I have 3 set elements called A, B, C. So this is A intersection B, this is B intersection C, this is A intersection C. This region is A intersection B intersection C. If you get any 3 set elements, for finding the value of this set elements, you can use this formula for finding the value easily. So this is a formula for representing the set values. So here I have N of A. It is called as number of elements in set A. And what is N of B? Number of elements in set B. And N of C means number of element in set C. And what is N of A intersection B? Number of elements in both the sets A and B. And N of B intersection C means number of elements in both the sets B and C. And N of A intersection B intersection C is number of elements in 3 sets A, B, C. This concept you can use while doing the problems. So using the Venn diagram, we can represent the set elements easily. So Venn diagram uses a circles for representing the sets and relationships. So today we learned the basic concepts in Venn diagram. In my next session, I will discuss the detailed explanation in Venn diagram problems. Thank you.